Welcome to Leading Lady Lifestyle. I'm Angeli, and I'm here with the fabulous Mary Zarob.
Hello.
Hello. So happy that you're here.
Thank you for letting me join you on this podcast. I'm really excited.
Of course. Today's topic is dressing for success, how the modern millennial woman can improve her style. Now, I know you work, tell us about yourself a little bit, though, before we continue.
Of course. So I'm born and raised outside Chicago. I went to school in New York at FIT. I studied menswear design. I was there for about 10 years, and I loved it. I designed for Macy's and Calvin Klein jeans, mostly men's clothing. I did a little dabble in women's, but I really studied on what it took to be successful and effective in business. And so I moved to Milwaukee for a couple of years designing there, and then when I relocated here to Arizona, I started helping my clients, find clothes that fit and look good. So personal shopping, custom clothing, wardrobe consulting, so really getting to know people and their lifestyles and helping them present their best self.
That's so awesome.
It's fun.
Yay.
Fashion.
Woohoo. So tell us more about your story about how you became a professional designer and stylist.
Well, it was always my dream to be a designer. It was one of those things that I just worked really hard to do it. I don't know, I never gave up. People always told me no along the way, or they thought it was just a phase, or they thought it was just, something silly. But I always sewed as a child. My mom taught me to sew. And then as I started designing more, I loved working for corporate, but after a while I got a little burnt out. So I started working with a custom clothier, making custom clothing when I was doing personal shopping for clients when I lived in Milwaukee. Because I was like, let me just use it as a resource to find clothing for my clients if I can't find something off the rack at the store. And I learned how difficult it was for men and women to find clothes at the department store that really fit well. So I really started growing my custom-made business. I launched women's about a year ago, and really learning about trends and their bodies and their businesses and being successful in business and looking their best. And not everything is suits and jackets. Sometimes it's skirts or playful casual things or going out tops. But custom is a great resource designing individual outfits for clients. So it's great because it's different than something you're going to find at the department store. And they love the uniqueness. And they get to pick everything and educating them what colors look nice on them. And with this occasion, wear this top and wear these shoes and these accessories. So instead of working for a brand, I work for individual people.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, so I know that you work mostly with men, but what are some common fashion faux pas that you see when working with new clients in general, even if, I guess in this case, women?
Well, women, they tend to buy things that are on the mannequin, or they buy things that they see in the magazines. So just because something is a trend doesn't mean it's right for you and your body type and your business and where you're going. Some people, if they're born in the 80s and they dress a lot in the 90s and they never give that style up. It's truly in their heart, where I try to show them how to evolve their style to be a little bit more modern. If it's certain accessories, if it's a certain way clothes should fit. And the way sizes are, a big faux pas I see is a lot of women aren't buying the right size for their bodies, and especially men. So they buy too big or too small. And it's just educating them okay, Banana's got super cute stuff, but you'll actually fit better in Ann Taylor. Or, H&M has great things, but try Club Monaco or try Zara because they're a little bit more your style and a little better quality. With everything super fast fashion nowadays, everyone wants cute and trendy stuff, but it's also good to have some good classic pieces in your wardrobe. And just kind of educating them those black pants can go with so many different things, so invest a little bit more in a good quality pair of slacks or jeans or a dress or shoes, and then throw on the glitter tops and all that fun stuff that might not last season after season, right?
Not so much. So what are some timeless pieces of clothing or accessories that never go out of style?
Okay, so for women, definitely a little black dress and a good pair of heels. I mean, we all know that's a given. A good pencil skirt, jeans, a good blazer, black, navy, red, something with a little personality. White dress shirts, white tops, if it's lacy. Some of the classic pieces that you can mix and match with a lot of things, but you can wear for the next 5 to 10 years. Club Monaco's got great stuff. Bloomingdale's has got great stuff. Macy's is okay. I think there's Lord & Taylor and Dillard's have great things. You got to kind of hunt and pick in some of these department stores. But I like White House Black Market. Kate Spade's got cute stuff. And depending what part of the country you live in, Bloomingdale's is always my favorite. Saks is great. But just find those unique pieces that you might pay a little bit more for, but they will be there in your wardrobe forever. I like classic black and white. It never really goes out of style. You can always throw a little bit of color or a print in there to be a little bit more feminine. But those key pieces for sure. And then for men, definitely navy blazer, a gray suit, brown shoes, jeans. Some men are a little nervous about having jeans with a little bit of stretch in them. They're actually a lot more comfortable. I know ladies, we love having jeans with stretch in them because they're so comfy. Good accessories too. So for men, belts, shoes, a good watch. Ladies, a great handbag. Never put your handbag on the floor. Keep it up on the table or a chair. Get a good shoe repair person that can always repair like good quality shoes. You buy like $300-400 a pair of shoes. Get the soles repaired once a year. It'll make the shoes last so much longer. Good earrings. And good like makeup. Like I know it's not something you can buy, but take care of your skin, like your skin and your eyes and your face, everything. Take good care of yourself because that's like what people see first along with your clothing, but I say invest a little bit in your hygiene and skin.
Just be well-rounded.
Take
care of everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's one thing the modern millennial woman can do to improve her personal style?
Well, first find out what their style is.
Okay.
Right. So learn kind of how you want to present yourself. Okay. If you want to be more conservative, if you want to be more edgy, if you want to be more feminine, if there's a person, like have a role model. If it's like certain supermodel you look up to, a celebrity, kind of study their style, and then emulate that as best you can. So you don't just spend millions of dollars like they do, but jackets, shirts, good accessories. But the big thing is have the clothes fit your body. So no matter what shape and size, small, petite, athletic, curvy you are, make sure the clothes fit you and you feel comfortable. Because the big thing is if I put on pants and they don't fit, I notice it all day long and I'm miserable. But if the waist is comfortable and the length is just right and the heels I'm wearing are comfortable, that to me like is style and you own it and you feel really, really, really good about yourself. So I said the big thing is just having clothes that fit, but also find a celebrity or find someone you look up to. If it's your mom, your sister, a best friend.
So what fashion trends are in season right now?
So there's a couple good ones I love, right? So for women, so in spring there was a lot of like rosé all day, that soft, like pretty pink rose color.
God, I love it. Like rose gold.
Yes.
I love rose gold.
So that color's not going away, but for fall, I'm seeing it a little bit dustier and darker. Like in jackets, in silk blouses, in shoes, accessories, I'm seeing it like everywhere, which is super fun. Printed dresses, I'm seeing a ton of printed, little floral, really super feminine dresses with different hemlines and ruffles. Being super feminine is really big right now. Lacy tops, oversized lacy tops, huge volume sleeves, and it's proportion. So if you're wearing like an oversized blouse, then maybe skinny jeans, or if you're wearing like really long, wide-legged trousers, a more fitted top. I've seen a lot of that from women. I love those kind of trends right now. Just being super feminine. You know, like this whole thing in the world right now with girl power and Me Too and women rising, I think just being more feminine and showing your sexuality and how beautiful you are is super important. And for men, definitely color and pattern. I've seen a lot of patterns in plaids and old vintage plaids, like as we were back in the 70s. A couple movies are coming out right now that are, you know, back in the McQueen back in the 70s and 80s, which has kind of inspired men's clothing a little bit. So seeing those jackets are great, pattern pants, and also the trend of wearing sneakers, a little more dressed up with like suits and slacks. It's happened for a while now, but really seeing it here in Phoenix, in the West Coast. You know, Kanye West and a lot of those rappers influence style a lot for men, but they're dressing up a little bit. And it's really fun to see.
I was just going to mention Kanye West because, I have seen him in the suit and, like, sneakers, but it just looks cool when he does it.
It is.
It's taking off.
And like you were saying before about, you know, in your style, you were saying how, you know, you dress for how you like to, for the occasions you go to. It's like, where you going, who you're seeing, and he puts a little bit of his own edge into it and a twist of his style, so.
Okay, so that's his little signature style.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't met him personally yet, you know.
From what we've seen in paparazzi photos.
Yeah.
You're a professional designer and stylist, men's stylist. So what's one piece of advice you would give to someone who's an aspiring stylist or who wants to be a personal shopper? What would you like them to know to have a career such as yours?
So first, relationships. I find a good mentor. I think is important. I was lucky when I trained in New York to having my design director, Nathan, who was incredible. We went shopping everywhere. We traveled the world together. I got opportunities to go shopping in Europe and with him and a whole team and learning trends. So if you want to become a stylist, shop a lot. Like get out there, know what's in the stores, know how clothing fits, try it on, but truly find someone like a mentor to help guide you who's doing it so you can learn from them. I mean, I learned so much design in New York and Milwaukee, and here I worked with other clothiers where I learned a ton, and that helped me with my business. Other piece of advice would be listen to your customers. Listen to what they want. Because when I meet somebody, I think, oh, this will look great on them, but then I learn that their style is more conservative, or I learn their style is more in the courtroom, or their style is they're working with a lot more younger people. So really, really listen to your clients. And I think Phoenix is a great place for people to do what I do, because there aren't a lot of places to shop. And people are super busy and they don't want to go to the store. So majority of my clients are men because they hate shopping. I mean, I hate getting my car fixed. You know, I hire someone to do that. So they hire someone like me to help them shop. And just try it. I mean, it's not going to be easy. You know, have you ever wanted to be a stylist?
Not ever really.
No.
But it seems like a really cool job. Yeah. This is for anybody who's aspiring who might be watching this.
Okay. I don't know. That's just
yeah. But I do admire like people who know like just intuitively what looks good, because I feel like I need coaching sometimes as far as like what like fits me okay and what looks right. And sometimes by trial and error, like I'll buy something and then it sort of fits, but then I just go with it because I bought it. And like I don't want to have, well, I guess I could return it.
But you can also, like, for those that want to be a stylist or a designer or a clothier or run their own business, take a class in it.
There's
always
classes?
There's online classes you can take, there's books you can read, there's look at different people around, not necessarily in Phoenix, but in other cities that do this, that are well known, and call them or write them an email and say, hey, can I ask you some questions, or can I pick your brain about some things, or sometimes they have like little podcasts, or they have little classes you can take and learn, or a certain book that will help you just kind of gain, knowledge is power, gain a little bit more experience.
I love that.
Yeah.
What are things people can improve in general, as far as like both men and women, as far as improving their style?
Hygiene and a haircut.
Okay.
I think that's super important. Invest a little bit of time in the morning on how you look. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive. It doesn't have to be 4 hours. Like, I love seeing the girls with those beautiful curls. I don't know how they do it. I don't have the time in the morning.
Oh, I know,
do you have the time in the morning?
I don't. I could make time, but I would have to sleep really early.
Right? I love my bed. But a little time with your hair, your makeup, etc. Get your nails done. You don't have to go to the manicurist. You can do it at home.
Right.
A good iron. Iron your clothes. Men and women, iron them. Like a simple little thing. Or get a good steamer, because everything's nice and clean and pressed.
Okay.
So the thing is when you're out and about, right, you always run into people, right? You run into people, you're like, oh my gosh, look how I look. If it's that cute boy, if it's a potential client, if it's like someone you well respected, and you're just like, oh my gosh, is my shirt all wrinkled, or my breath smells, or my hair's not done, or whatever it is, right? Have this ever happened to you?
Yes, and I'm just like, why did I plan ahead?
Right. So an iron, definitely. And then good accessories. I think you can take a basic outfit and elevate it simply with good accessories. Belt, shoes, handbag, backpack, watch, right? Little things, little details. Shine your shoes, make sure they're nice and clean. I mean, I feel like these are things that my parents did back in like the 50s and what people did back in the 20s. But it's true, like take care of your clothes.
Right.
Keep them clean, keep them pressed. Learn how to iron.
Speaking of ironing, I learned, recently I learned the importance of ironing. Back in my old job, we had this photo shoot that involved a tablecloth, and I just I would just unfold the tablecloth, put it on the table, and display the food that they were trying to get shots of. And they're like, oh, this tablecloth isn't ironed though. And I never noticed how a crumpled up tablecloth doesn't look that great on camera. And I'm like, oh my God, they're right.
Right?
Yeah, so I'm like, I now understand the importance of ironing.
Yes.
And I also discovered a hack for ironing as well. I was at Macy's and I was trying to find a crisp, collared button-down white shirt for work, just a classic looking one. And then I was in the Calvin Klein section and I saw this shirt that was advertised as no ironing needed. I don't know what I forgot what kind of material it's made out of, but you don't have to iron it. And I don't know, I feel like the sleeves and the body of the shirt are I don't know what makes them not wrinkle, but they just don't wrinkle. Then the only thing that would potentially need ironing is like the folds, like the cuffs and like the actual collar. But even like after washing it and putting it in the dryer, it doesn't really wrinkle. So that's like one big ironing hack that I learned is just buying like a wrinkle resistant shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't even know this existed until I saw that.
And many times if they don't have it for women, if you can fit into a men's shirt, get a men's shirt and get it tailored. You know, like Express has really great men's shirts, not the best quality, but they're super slim. So you're super slim and petite, so you can wear like a men's shirt and just get it tailored a little bit. Right?
Now it's a woman's shirt.
Now it's a women's shirt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And if you're not buttoning the neck button, don't worry so much about the collar, that fitting, because you're not wearing a tie, right? But just make sure it fits in the chest and the shoulders, and you can always take the body in. So if like ladies, you're a little curvier, go up a size, or find like Ralph Lauren's got a little more generous of a cut, or Banana Republic's got a little bit more generous of a cut, but try some stuff on. But then that kind of trend of oversized blouses not fitting so perfect is fun and right now. Another thing your listeners can do is find a good tailor. A good tailor. So little tricks about getting things to take waists in or hems or shortening sleeves, that will help like improve your wardrobe greatly. And just feeling more comfortable in your clothes that fitting correctly will help make a good first impression. Because people notice that stuff. Like I'm out and I run into like clients or potential clients or my clients' wives, girlfriends or partners, and I'm like, if I don't look like put together, they're like, you're dressing my friend, you know, I'm like, so, yes.
Yeah, true. You have a reputation to maintain.
Well, where do you like to shop?
Where do I like to shop? Lately, I've been doing a lot of online shopping. It's a balance between like finding the best like deal money-wise and how cute the clothing looks. So I recently discovered, even though they're not paying me to say this, Just Fab, and they're relatively cheap. Like originally their prices are like pretty like close to $100, but then when you buy into their like VIP membership, you get like pretty much like a third of that cost. So I recently discovered justfab.com. I did before they closed down. I don't know if they're still in existence, but the Limited.
Oh yeah, I think someone bought them.
Oh, that's what happened.
Did Express buy them? I think another store bought them.
Oh, that's what happened.
But you're right, they had great things.
Yes, I loved, and at the time I was also going to broadcast journalism school, so I needed a lot of like reporter looking clothing, and that was like the one store I would always go to. Like this dress is from the Limited.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff in there just for like journalism school.
And nowadays, like Ann Taylor's got great stuff. White House Black Market is awesome for that kind of wardrobe. And I'm not getting paid by these companies either. I just
they just have good stuff.
Yeah, they have good stuff. Have you tried ASOS, as seen on screen?
No.
Okay, so ASOS, for you young millennials, if you haven't tried it, stop what you're doing when this podcast is over and go check it out. As seen on screen, ASOS. It's London's or England's version of H&M and Zara. Oh. Okay, so it's super trendy, super cool, not the best quality, however, like really great stuff. So it's like a less expensive version of Top Man and Top Shop, which is in Nordstrom, which is super edgy, and all the cool kids are wearing that stuff. Yeah, so check it out. Even like one-of-a-kind pieces, great accessories. If you're going to all those festivals, go to ASOS, because they have like the tattoos and the like sparkle tops and like the little shorts and the feathers or what like the kids are wearing to these festivals. So yes, ASOS.
Super cute. Okay, I have to check that out. Do you have any take on like vegan clothing where people can get the best?
No.
Okay.
I don't know anything about that, but I've heard of it.
Okay.
I just haven't researched a lot or read a lot about it. I do know there's a lot about recycling clothing, which is a huge trend right now. And I know I've been reading a lot of magazines how celebrities are wearing fake fur a lot more, with the whole PETA and animal rights, etc.
Right.
I haven't heard much about vegan leather. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a thing, and there's like certain brands. There's this winter coat company called Vaute, Vaute, and the woman who founded it, she was like a former like runway model. She just wanted a winter coat that was all vegan, so she made her own like clothing brand that was vegan winter coats. Oh yeah, and there's another vegan shoe fashion designer. Her brand is called Susie Studio. Okay. She also has like vegan shoes that she sells.
Is she here in Arizona?
She's based in LA.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few brands out there, but they're just not. I guess they're just not well known. You have to like kind of do some research in order to find out about them.
Okay, so I don't have my notebook. Can you put all these at the bottom of the podcast, the link or something? Because I want to look into this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so there's Susie Studio and then Vaute. So yeah, those are two good like vegan fashion lines.
All right, sweet. I learned something.
Where can listeners and viewers find you online, Mary?
So my website is qcontrary.com, like Mary Quite Contrary, but just letter Q, contrary.com. My Instagram is qcontrary.mary, and then on Facebook, Mary Zarob or Q Contrary, and then email me at mary@qcontrary.com.
Awesome, you heard it here. All right, thank you for listening to the second episode of Leading Lady Lifestyle. You can find us on Instagram at Leading Lady Lifestyle, the handle. Also on Facebook, Leading Lady Lifestyle. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and Anchor. All right, we'll see you in the next podcast.